Hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and I have with me today my co-host on this journey.
Kelly, the eCom Mom Ward.
And Kelly and I are here to share with you e-commerce tips, news, and more in the eCom Sellers podcast. We do this every Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please share this out with a friend and let somebody else know about it. So, Miss Kelly, how is everything going in your business?
Yeah, it's been busy. I've been shipping like crazy. It eBay has kind of been slower, but Etsy and Mercari and Poshmark, they picked up Amazon. I've been doing some merchant fulfilled through Amazon. So
All right.
yeah.
So I have had shipments, a lot of shipments on eBay. And I will say today I got the craziest request. Somebody wanted me to ship something to them with extras for free. They, I was like, no, that's not happening. But anyway, I've never gotten that message before where somebody asked me to send them something for free. So anyway, we're gonna move on. So Kelly and I are here to share with you, like I said, e-commerce news, and then afterwards we're going to segue into talking about Etsy as your e-commerce tips, and then we'll wrap it up. So Kelly, the floor is yours, and while you do that, I am going to be pulling up news over here.
All right. Because of I think because we're so busy right now, it's not a ton of news, but because really I think the platforms know that if they try to change stuff in the middle of Q4, the busiest time of year, they would get, their help decks would be like phones would be ringing off the hook
Yeah.
from the sellers saying, "Why'd you change this in the middle of December?"
Yep. I understand. So what
So
go ahead.
I did find some stuff. Depop, which is now part of Etsy, but they still had their own Depop site. They're going to be raising their payment processing fees in January, and they're blaming the increase on the credit card companies increasing the fees on them. So, of course, then they're going to pass on the increase to the sellers.
Mm-hmm.
So the transaction fee increase is to go from 2.9% and 30 cents per transaction to 3.3% plus 45 cents. So, on top of the 10% that Depop sellers also pay from, when the item is sold. So that's making about a third. It'll be like pretty much about what eBay charges for fees.
Okay.
So if you sell on that site, just be aware that,
Okay.
the fees are increased and, be able to work with your numbers that way. In general, small businesses sold over 1 billion on Amazon over Thanksgiving weekends. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the best selling categories were home, fashion, toys, of course, beauty, and Amazon devices like the Echo and the Dot and those kind of things.
Okay.
Amazon is also making unbranded packaging default for your multi-channel fulfillment orders.
Oh.
So that way, if you're selling something on, Walmart or eBay, and you're using Amazon to send those out, you're not sending it out with an Amazon box. Now there's like certain size limits, like over a certain size that they're like, sorry, we don't have that unbranded. It has to go in the Amazon box, but otherwise it'll be in a plain box.
Okay.
And Mercari, if you're on Mercari, yeah, they've been having this 12-day holiday marketing campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And each day it's like a certain different category where they'll get, they offer you a coupon if you like something in that category, or free shipping if you like something in that category. So each day it's a different category. So if you're planning to maybe use your Mercari funds to do a little Christmas shopping, just keep an eye out. I think today was jewelry. If you like some jewelry, you got free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So, just never know what you can find. And that was really all I saw.
That was all that you saw?
Hmm.
All right. Well, I am going to share my screen. Let me move some stuff around. I have a few different articles that I think might be helpful. Let me just make sure which slides I'm using. Okay, I know where my slides are. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so give me 2 seconds to get into my news. My screen is like frozen. I don't know why it's frozen. I've been shipping like crazy as well. So, but my traffic has not been on Mercari, which I was really surprised by. I thought that I would have a lot of traffic on Mercari, but I don't. So, I have a lot of lookers, but I'm not accepting offers. Although I do have one that I said I was going to go actually accept the offer on. All right. So, starting with the news. So Kelly was talking about the Black Friday, Cyber Monday stats. And so this article comes to us from Fit Small Business. So you can go check it out yourself. It's talking about the 2022 Black Friday, Cyber Monday results and sales numbers. So total shoppers, they say that the number actually did go up despite what they were saying about the economy and the recession. 196 million shoppers versus last year in 2021, 179 million shoppers. So in-store totals and store numbers did go up to 123 million versus 105 million the previous year. And online shoppers was 130 million as compared to 128 the previous year. I don't know how, like if you add those two numbers together, that's not 196. But anyway, I'm not going to try and challenge these people right now. They clearly have some other numbers somewhere in the mix. So the average spend per person, they said, was 325.44, and that was only $24 more than last year, 301.27. In addition to that, as they were talking about the consumers, we said 196, so we're going to keep going. Shopped online, we know about that number. 130 million people shopped online. Yeah, the busiest shopping day. So Black Friday was the busiest shopping day for in-store and online. So Black Friday beat Cyber Monday this year, which was interesting, but good, I guess, because Black Friday is the one that gets the crown every year anyway. So they say that 72.9 million people shopped in store on Black Friday, and then shopping online for Black Friday. More people shopped again online for Black Friday than did Cyber Monday. So 87.2 million on the Friday compared to 77 million who shopped online on the Monday. Okay. Then 77% of Saturday shoppers specifically shopped with small businesses, which is good. So hopefully you put your stuff out there. If you didn't, next year, remember that for Small Business Saturday. And they said the shoppers spent 11.3 billion on Cyber Monday. So here are the numbers based on what we know today. And even though they were saying, look at those numbers, Kelly. They were
Yeah.
saying that Black Friday beat Cyber Monday, but these numbers do not fare out. So I don't know. Somebody somewhere does not know how to do math before they post an article. So I don't know if they're adding the Thanksgiving numbers into the Black Friday numbers because 9 is not greater than 11. But that's what they have
Maybe
listed.
it's that new Common Core math.
That we could be that Common Core math. So, what did they say before? Yeah, this is very interesting. But they did say, I do believe that there were more people shopping on Black Friday and in store and online than Cyber Monday. But I guess they're adding in, they must be adding in Thursday's statistics. So, if you want to get the breakdown, here's the breakdown in here, and we're not going to click on that. 97% of Thanksgiving weekend shoppers made purchases that were holiday related. And Shopify merchants saw a 7 point saw a record 7.9 billion in sales. So those people who had a Shopify store, hey, hey, hey. And they are saying that more than 52 million people shopped or purchased through Shopify stores over the Black Friday Cyber Monday. That's an increase of 18%. That's huge. So congratulations to all the people who have Shopify stores, because you got a little bit of whoop whoop, a little more action this year. Debit cards were the popular choice for purchases, and then consumers are only 47% done with their shopping. So, what does that tell you as a seller? You need to continue listing, you need to continue shipping, you need to continue sourcing, because we keep telling you that there's not just one day in which people are doing all their holiday shopping. It's going to continue even past Christmas, because remember, you have the day after Christmas, which is a huge shopping day as well. And those are in the top 10 shopping days, the day after Christmas. Over 20% of online cyber week orders were picked up in store. So we know that that was an increase, or held pretty close to steady from the previous year, a slight increase from the previous weeks. Walmart again overtook Amazon for online searches. So this is the second time that I am reading this. Historically, Amazon overtakes. So this is what I am picking up from here. If you guys have not been selling on Walmart, you should be selling on Walmart. Let's just start with that. But two, Walmart has actually been working with Google, and Google has already been working with Walmart, and Google has also been working with Shopify. And that partnership of Google working with Walmart and Google working with Shopify, and you can go back to some of our previous podcasts. I think it's like the last 6 months to 9 months worth of podcasts where we talked about that. And that's a huge deal. And that is clearly starting to help in the search results and the search engines for both of those platforms, because Shopify store owners got a bump in their sales, and Walmart overtook Amazon. So I don't know. I'm not saying Amazon is going away, but what I am saying is that if you're not selling on Walmart, you should consider it. And if you don't have a Shopify store, you should consider it, because Google is trying to help you get sales. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so the next article comes to us from Fox Business, and it talks about those people who received over $600. They went over the $600 threshold on Vimeo or Cash App, and you might as well just include Zelle in there and whatever other app, so that you remember it's getting reported to the IRS. So don't try to skirt it in your taxes when you file your taxes next year. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get caught up. So you can go read this article on Fox Business News. Then this next article comes from us from CNN, and this has to do with the Family Dollar. We talked about it last week, and they are saying that, again, that the lowering of the prices, they are hoping to help Family Dollar. So again, it might be a great platform for you to go and source from. I mean, platform online and also in store. I know we spent a lot of time talking about Dollar General, but Family Dollar is trying to get some traction. And remember, it's in the Dollar Tree family. So go check out your local Family Dollar, see if you can find some really good deals, because they're lowering prices, guys. All right. And I don't think Dollar General does not do a price match, does it? They don't do a price match.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So there's two articles that are sort of, for those people that are just playing around with this e-commerce thing, and or they're serious about it. This article comes to us from Market Watch, and it's really a question. Someone asked, they said, I've accumulated a lot of stuff and I plan to sell 6,000, plan to make 6,000 selling stuff on eBay. Can I put it into an IRA instead of paying income tax? And so they answer that question. So for those that are looking to maybe fund their retirement savings accounts, or maybe fund something else, you just need to understand the reselling can help you do that. They can help you raise money, but what are the tax implications or things that you need to consider in taxes? So if you want to read this article, again, this comes to us from Market Watch, and that's a good article. It was published on it says it was last updated on the 4th, so it was published today. Published on the 4th at 12:04 Eastern Standard Time. Then there's another article that is talking about, let me see if it's this. So there's a mom, this is in Business Insider, and this article talks about a mom of three quit her toxic job to become a reseller on Poshmark, and she loves it, but she warns that it's a 24/7 commitment. So Poshmark is a social selling platform, and that's something you need to keep in mind. You can go read this article on Business Insider. But basically, what she's saying is, look, I replaced my income, which is a good thing, and she didn't have to deal with any crazy bosses, which is always a good thing. But again, because it is a social selling platform, it does require some level of commitment and consistency, and you might feel like you're shipping all the time. So I thought it was a really good read. Again, you can go check it out on Business Insider. This next article comes to us from Yahoo Finance. And I thought this was pretty interesting that Gen Z is preparing for the recession more than any other age group. What that means to you, Kelly just mentioned Depop and that they're increasing their fees. But some of these platforms that the Gen Z community they like to frequent, I think you should pay attention to that and pay attention to the things that they are willing to buy. They do like, vintage clothes, or they do like resale clothes. They don't always have to be brand new. And if you know which platforms that they like to buy on, or you're paying attention to that community, and maybe you're not, maybe just, if you're connected to some in those age groups, maybe just have a conversation with them about where they buy stuff, how do they feel about different things, because I think they're more eco conscious. And, fast fashion is not always their favorite thing, meaning, clothing that's going to end up in some field somewhere in a third world country, which is really bad because that's what happens to the stuff right now. Um, they really want to try and take care of the community and buy, some things that are gently used. And they also are interested in different alternative ways to make money. Like, there's so many different things. So this may help you with coming up with product ideas or niches this community that you can serve. So check out this article, Yahoo Finance. It may help you to make some different decisions in 2023 on what to source and sell. Now, this article comes to us. I don't know what happened to it. It is okay. It comes to us from Inc. And I think they're talking about, yeah. So Google is planning to lay off 10,000 poor performing employees. And they said that that's a lie. That they're planning on laying off 10,000. But I did read an article today that Amazon is actually increasing that number from 10,000 to 20,000 for theirs. So Google is not necessarily laying off 10,000 employees, but they are going to have some layoffs. And you can read the article inside of Inc. And be mindful of the fact that Amazon is planning on laying off 10,000. And there was another article that was published today that talked about that the number is going to increase to 20,000. So I thought that was really interesting. Anything else?
Yep, and
Go ahead.
with all these layoffs, a lot of people who are in the country that were working tech,
Oh, yeah.
and they're
They have
having
the
to scramble to
H-1B.
find jobs
Yeah,
so they don't get deported.
that is correct. All those H-1B visas. So this
Hmm.
is going to be interesting with all these tech companies laying off people. And so that market is going to be flooded with a lot of talented uh, staff or talented people that really know their stuff. And so some companies are going to swoop them up, and they're all going to be fighting to try and get the same job. So it's going to be interesting. It really is. Just think about the decisions you're making financially going forward, because it might be tough. They're predicting 2023 is going to be tough. So we'll see. All right. So Kelly and I are going to transition to talk about our tip. Hopefully you'll come back next week so we can, continue the conversation about what's in the news when it comes to e-commerce and or the impact on e-commerce or the impact on the economy. So with that, our topic today is profitable Etsy tips. Now, these are some of the tips. This is not all the tips. There's a lot of great tips on how to be profitable. And we invite you, if you're interested, if you're a member of eCom Sellers Academy, we are going to be going through Etsy, and we have a 2-part series on an Etsy workshop. So you're more than welcome to participate if you join eCom Sellers Academy. So with that, I'm going to let Kelly take number 1.
There's a site called eRank. So it says use eRank to find keywords. So you can use eRank, you can use it to find keywords, or you can even use it to go on your listing and see how strong your keywords are and how unique they are to that item and that category. So it could be a great way to, if you're doing printables and stuff where you're uh, having to really be using keywords to get your stuff found. Because I do a lot of vintage stuff, so I don't really I really haven't used eRank because I use a lot with vintage stuff. It's your keywords are a whole lot different than the printable stuff. But having the strong keywords will help draw the more traffic to your items.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Number 2, know your audience niche. I just talked about Gen Z and, knowing what it is that they're looking for, what they're interested in, what problems they have, or what problems they perceive that they have, and how you can help solve them. What are the things that they are searching for? What are the things they're willing to buy? Knowing your audience so you can figure out, um, how to present your product to them, whatever it is that you're looking to sell. Whether it is you're doing print on demand products on Etsy, or whether you're doing printables or downloadables or notebooks or whatever it happens to be, or vintage items or many other items. Again, knowing that audience is going to help you to build a better listing, to know which words to put into the listing, what problem you will be solving for that particular audience, for the niche in which you plan on deciding to sell in. So get to know a little bit about your audience. If nothing else, spend 30 minutes just doing some research, some quick research about the audience that might be interested in the product that you are considering selling. Is there anything you wanted to add to that, Kelly?
No.
Okay. All right.
Don't overlook vintage. I mean, I love shopping vintage, shipping, shopping for vintage at the thrift stores, at estate sales, garage sales. That's what I really start. That's where I kind of love to go towards now. And you know, Etsy, you can sell vintage, you can sell craft supplies, and you can sell the printables and handmade goods that like you make, like if you make jewelry or something. So don't forget, in vintage has to be over 20 years old. So 2002 and older. And everyone's like, 2002, what? Yeah, 2002 and older. So yeah.
Consider that. So I think Kelly has a couple examples. I'm going to pull the first one
Yeah.
out.
Yes, this is some salad plates actually. They're mid-century modern because they have like a starburst on them. They're from about the 1960s. And you see in my keywords, I have MCM, which stands for mid-century modern. So that's knowing my keywords right there. And on the back, the name of the thing was Salem. And, so I was doing, I had to do a little research, but, I love doing it. And I just put here, I paid $3 for this, not $3 a dish, but $3 for all 4 of those dishes at the Goodwill. When it sold on Etsy, I think I had it listed for about a month. So there's always a 20 cents fee. So I forgot to add that in, but there's a 20 cents listing fee. And that when you list something on the Etsy, and think it's about 3 months. And then if it's relisted, it's another 20 cents. So make sure you always keep these fees in mind. So the fees, that includes the transaction fee, then there's the processing fee, and then the fee on the processing, the transaction fee for the cost of shipping. So the shipping amount was the same. I was good at what, beforehand. I kind of decided it's going to be about this size box, and it could be like this amount of weight, because you got to remember that when you're shipping, you have to include the weight of your packaging plus the weight of your items.
Yep.
and then the sales tax, Etsy collects that and remits it for me, so I don't have to worry about it. So after all my fees and my cost of goods and everything, my profit was $31.38 on something I paid $3 for. So that's a big ROI right there. That's why I love vintage right there. One of those vintage things right there. And even one of those plates you can see is discolored. And I
Yeah.
made sure they could see that, and I made sure to say that in the description, and they still sold.
Paid $3, guys. $31 profit. I love that. Okay, so let's look at the next one.
The next one, this is a really cute, it's kind of a faraway picture. And because it was how big it is a tree skirt. I did it on my living room floor. Snapped the picture. It's one of these little quilted things that it came as a kit and someone made it and then later on, I guess, decided they didn't want anymore and donated it. Paid $2. There's the fees. Now this, for me, I do a flat fee for things that are going to go first class. I do that under a pound. I do a flat shipping fee of $3.99, which I'm thinking this upcoming year I might have to increase that to $4.99, or I might have like the 8 ounce below cost and the 8 ounce and above to 1 pound cost because of how much shipping has gone up.
Yep.
So the shipping difference was I charged $3.99 for shipping, and there was like 40 cents more. So that that took a little out of my profit, but people just like that flat fee a lot of times. So a lot of sellers, they will do a flat fee. I'm just trying it out in different sites. Like I know on Mercari, I love the flat fee. For under a pound, it's $6 and something. Doesn't matter if it's going to the next town over or if it's going all the way to Portland, Oregon. So, you know, some shop, think about how you want to do your shipping. So anyway, I paid $2 and I think this sold within 2 weeks of me listing it. So, my profit $16.82. It's not huge, but it's still good.
That's all
And
right.
I also on Etsy, I list stuff $2 or $3 higher than other sites, and it sells on Etsy faster sometimes.
Nice.
So it's knowing the audience of Etsy that they're willing to pay the higher amount.
There you go. And she didn't even do the white background on this picture. Like
Yeah,
none of that.
I think that was my grayish color living room floor.
There you go. All right. So vintage, and I like the profit that you made just by considering selling vintage. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one. So create for seasonal and holiday items 2 or more months in advance. So whatever it is, if you're doing print on demand, and this is really print on demand specific, so I probably should have said that. But if you're selling products that are specific to a season that's coming up or a holiday that's coming up, consider creating that listing, making sure that the listing exists anywhere from 2 or more months in advance, and or the design for the product exists 2 or more months in advance. I was actually going to put 3 months because it doesn't hurt for you to put that stuff up. So in the example of like Christmas, like typically in the summertime, August, you can start creating all of your Christmas designs so that they're already ready to go, like developing the designs, one new product every single day, so that you're 100% ready to go for Christmas and your stuff can start ranking sooner. So that's why I say 2+ months. 3 months is not going to hurt you. Doing it 3 months in advance or even 4 months in advance is not going to hurt you. Your stuff will be ready before that holiday or that season hits. So create your listings, and or if you already have products, and or create the actual design for products that you're doing print on demand 2 or more months in advance. Anything you want to add to that, Kelly?
Yeah, you'll notice the day, as they're moving off the Christmas clearance stuff, the Valentine stuff is coming up already.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. So 2 months is not too early. 3 months is not too early. All right. So next, Kelly.
Use tags in your listing. Okay. Yes. So when you're listing on Etsy, you can use up to 13 tags. And some site, like Poshmark and Mercari, and they give you 3 tags. So you have to really, sometimes it's hard for me to use up all 13. Sometimes I only use 10 because I'm like, I can't think of any more. Maybe I'll come back eventually, and I never go back. I'm more focused on just getting other stuff listed than going back and working on old
List.
listings. I'm not that type of person.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you gotta have those tags so that your customers can find your listings, and you have to put those words in there that they might be looking for, because they're not going to always be looking for Salem North Star dishes. They'd be like mid-century modern dishes, and having that MCM, and then my listing and then my tags saying mid-century modern, or it's 1960s. They might be saying, I want dishes from the 1960s, or say it's a prop house and they want dishes from the 1960s, and you put that in your list, in your tags, then you can be found a lot easier than if you just don't bring those tags in there.
There you go. So use the tags, people. Use the tags. Use the tags on all the platforms where you have the opportunity to put tags. Use them. Don't forget to use them. Use video in your listing. If your listing will allow you to create video, even if it's just the animated images, stills, like still pictures, it doesn't hurt to create video. One of the things that video does is it helps to keep people's attention. Videos or movement on the screen helps to keep people's attention, even if it is a still sliding from one side of the screen to the other. Movement will actually attract more people to your listing than just a still. And even if it's a movement like the image and you're zooming in on it. So you don't have to create a video. You can just create an animation where the image is zooming in or moving from left to right or right to left or up to down or whatever, so that there is some level of movement. Include that in your listing, and that will also help you. Make it like your second image, and you'll notice that there's an increase in the number of animations and or video type images that are showing up on Etsy these days. So consider that. And don't overlook some of the other platforms that you can, social media platforms, where you can use that to also help you get more traction and drive organic traffic to your listings.
And also, using video is great for items that light up. If you want to show them that it works, it lights up, it blinks, the little card actually moves, or if it plays music, like a music box, or a snow globe that has a music box in it, to show that you shake it up and play the music, that it's working. That will put more confidence on the buyer. Hey, this is actually working and not just broken item.
There you go. All right.
Mobile friendly images, because lots of people buy off mobile devices now. So you want to make sure that your images are mobile friendly. That people can see what they're going to buy. If they can't see what they're going to buy, they're probably not going to buy it.
Yeah.
People buy with their eyes.
They do. And with their emotions sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma is really gonna love that. Oh my gosh, you see how pretty that is? That's so cute. Oh my, dad will really appreciate this. So it's like an
Mm-hmm.
emotional purchase, and they're also buying it with their eyes. They're typing
Or
in
if we
keywords.
sites, they'll see it and you're like, oh my gosh, I had that same doll when I was little and I don't know what happened to her. Now I can have her again.
Absolutely. All right. So if you want to participate in our upcoming Etsy workshop, you can just join eCom Sellers Academy, and it's terribly affordable. $17.99 a month. You can sign up for the lifetime, and you will be able to participate in the upcoming Etsy workshop. It's a two-part series, and we'd love for you to participate. So our trainings are every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We were down for a little bit because of the holidays, and so now that we're past that part of the holidays, we're back into Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So join us so that we can help you on your Etsy journey or help you get ready for 2023. So if you have not already done so, I encourage you to grab the 2023 My Ecom Planner. It is the ultimate e-commerce planner. It was created for sellers by sellers, and it'll give you the opportunity to help make sure that you're ready for 2023 to the best of your ability. So grab the 2023 My Ecom Planner or e-commerce planner at myecomplanner.com. Again, myecomplanner.com. Grab that right now. You can also get the digital version, and you can get the downloadable PDF if you don't want the booklet. And then if you want lifetime access to eCom Sellers Academy, you'll also get a free e-commerce planner. So become a lifetime member of eCom Sellers Academy and get a free 23 e-commerce planner by going to ecomsellersacademy.com right now to sign up, and you can get the 2023 e-commerce planner. Since we still have some time left on the busiest shopping days of the year, with Black Friday being the winner for the Thanksgiving weekend and into Monday. If you want to get started in print on demand or still throw some things up for print on demand, there's still time for you to get those products up. In addition to that, if you're looking to create some quick holiday bundles, whether they're physical bundles or virtual bundles, we still have both of our holiday bundles workshop and our print on demand holiday workshop. You can go to ecomsellersofmastery.com/holiday POD and grab the print on demand holiday workshop. And you can go to ecomsellersmastery.com/holiday bundles to grab the holiday bundles workshop and use that to help you to make some money over the next couple of weeks. And last but not least, we do invite you to join eCom Sellers Academy's retail arbitrage list. Now, as an Academy member, you get 10 free retail arbitrage leads list every single week. But if you sign up for the RAOA leads, the arbitrage leads list, you're actually going to get 50. So you'll get the 10 from eCom Sellers Academy, and you'll get a completely different set of 50 leads every single week. And you'll get them 200 a month, which is a lot, for only $50 a month. So go sign up at ecomsellersacademy.com/RAOA leads right now. Again, ecomsellersacademy.com/RAOA leads. Get 50 leads a week, 200 a month for $50. That's like, I don't know, it's very cheap and inexpensive. So with that, Kelly, thank you so much for joining me on this journey today to talk about, the eCom Sellers podcast, to talk about Etsy, one of your favorite topics right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
my name is Nicole Whitlock.
And I'm Kelly, the eCom Mom Ward.
And this has been the eCom Sellers podcast. Tune in again. We do this every single Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So tune in next week for another episode of the eCom Sellers podcast. And we're going to say goodbye for now. Thanks so much, guys.